sports live.
It seems odd all the hoopla I'm hearing. That's right. Change the station, you're witnessing greatness. I heard. Far from basic, they making a statement. Better salute you in the presence of made men. Spitting the truth and the show is live too. It's the odd cast on bars and hoops. You can go online or play it in your coops. I'ma just make sure 8 to 10 is the time to choose. Spread love to Steels and the crew. I see you on the top as we continue to move. Friday night.
Yeah. You know, you heard them. As we continue to move from 8 to 10, the Oddcast show, tell a friend to tell a friend. This ain't your regular, we out here setting trends. From a list that never ends, from trending topics, bars, you know we locked it. Hoopla from the latest hoop stars, you know we got it. We give you something to do on Friday nights. The Oddcast show, make sure to subscribe and like.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip-hop and sports live.
Where the world of hip-hop and sports live. Stills the great 3D, DJ JOJ, the Oddcast, every Friday, 8 to 10. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Your boys are back at it again. Fellas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We got a lot to talk about today. A lot going on in the world of hip-hop, a lot going on in the world of sports. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get to it, man. You know what I'm saying? Brittany Greiner's finally home. Got a lot to talk about with that. I seen a lot of foul stuff.
That was an ill trade.
Welcome home, BG.
Welcome home, BG. I'm saying she was at the strip club. Now,
she was at the strip club?
Nah.
I know her boo gave a statement. Her boo gave a statement with the president.
No rules.
The internet don't got no rules.
No rules of
These niggas out here is foul for the night. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk a little bit about Brittany Greiner. We're gonna talk about, the situation at hand as far as the trade-off. We're going to talk about something that we tabled last week. 3 left something open, man. I say, you know what? Let me do some research on this, man. We're going to talk about this whole Jason Tatum and Luka Doncic situation as well.
I ain't hear about that.
You know what I'm saying? Well, 3 was like, yo, who's better?
Oh.
Who's better? Flat out. It was a big thing last week, Jay. We tabled it, but we
Tatum looking crazy right now, though.
Yeah, Tatum is looking crazy, though. But before we get into all that, man, fellas, before we start talking our ish, man, introduce yourselves. Tell everybody how your week was, man. 3, how was your week, bro?
Your boy 3D, man. Facts over stats.
Let's go.
Instagram and Twitter. My week is great, always. You know what I mean? Every day we get to another show is a blessing.
Yes, sir.
But, just chilling, man. Ready to give y'all a good show as usual. And, get into some topics and, speak our mind on that. But other than that, I just been chilling, coaching, working. And, our season is about to start with my JV guys. So I'm looking forward to that.
Shout out to 3, man, giving back to these young boys because they need it out here, man. These kids nowadays, man, they don't know nothing about the game. They too caught up with this whole Steph Curry and everybody want to be LeBron James. Now Ja Morant, everybody want to be these guys. They don't want to learn the game, man. But shout out to 3, man. He out there giving back to the community and back to these kids, man. Shout out to Van Buren too, man. You know what I'm saying? Got a good program over there, man. 3 going to make it even better. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
JOJ.
What's good?
Talk about it. Peace, almighty.
Peace, almighty. Word up, man.
What's
My
good?
week was melancholy. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
A little bit, just
What's that?
just even, smooth. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
Oh,
For the average,
okay. Oh,
for
yeah,
everybody
for the
out
average.
there.
Yeah,
you know
for
what
the
I'm
average,
saying?
get your
No.
vocabulary up.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah,
Affirmative action babies in the house.
starting it this weekend though. You know what I mean? Checking up my boy Chuck Murdoch. You know what I mean? He's in the New York area. His baby shower going down tomorrow.
Oh, shout out to Chuck Murdoch, man. Congratulations, man. Word up, man. I'm glad I ain't the only one having babies out here the older age. You know what I'm saying? Word up. Welcome to the club, Chuck. Word up, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. How was your week, man?
I mean, man, my week was smooth, man. Today was smooth, man. I had a good week leading into today. I had a relaxing day today, man. Got a lot accomplished, man. Doing things out here. And shout out to Zion on the check-in. Word up, feel better, bro. I see you with the Grinch of Christmas emoji. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the week, man, the week was smooth. I mean, one of my cars is down right now. I'm kind of tight about that, man. You know what I'm saying? Right before Christmas, I got to put some money into a vehicle. You know what I'm saying? But that's a small thing, man. I woke up today.
That's it.
We here today. I'm gonna have a great weekend. You know what I mean? Shout out to my little man. See him tomorrow. We're gonna do some things. Hang out. Next week, I'm gonna have him looking like $1 million at this kid's party. So we're gonna be outside. You know what I mean? Shout out to Know the Ledge, man.
Nice
Peace,
hat you got on
peace.
too, man. Peace.
Thank you, sir. Word.
All right.
Shout out to the Jets, man.
No
I ain't
doubt.
afraid. I ain't ashamed to wear a Jets hat nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You're looking respectable out here, King. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you
For
got it
real.
on. If you was Owen, you know
Word
what I'm
up.
saying? I don't know
Yeah.
if you were ready. Over.
This would be in the back of the closet. Shout out to Know the Ledge. He be chiming in, man. He said, I say lock her up again. You foul for that, man. Welcome home, Brittany Greiner, once again, man. But let's get into the show, man. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, before we get to Brittany Greiner, you know who cashed in and really got to the bag, man? Aaron Judge, man. He signed. He held the Yankees for hostage, you know, because they didn't want to pay him last year. So he bet on himself, and he won. He won the MVP this year. He broke the home run record for the AL. You know what I'm saying? Passed Roger Maris. That record been around for like 50, 60 years. He had 62 home runs. And he got $360 million for 9 years. That's $40 million a year. You know what I'm saying? You know,
that's a
baseball.
nice chunk of change.
Yeah, that's a nice piece of change. So all you parents out there that only depend on basketball and football, you better get your kids into baseball because they paying baseball. Ain't no salary cap. If you worth the money, they going to find a way to do it, man. But before we move on to that, what you think about that? What you think about that number? 360.
I knew it was coming. I mean,
knew it was coming?
No salary cap. He did what he had to do. They had to drop the bag on him to keep him.
40 million.
40
Big
million.
A year. He don't got to do nothing else anymore.
For how many years?
9 years.
9-year deal. Yeah.
Wow.
So he's going to basically be like a
Damn.
Derek Jeter and retire Yankee. This is what the Yankees do.
Yeah.
They want to keep people in the stands, you know what I'm saying? So they doing what they got to do to keep the fan base happy and to make sure that they sell tickets, you know what I'm saying? So it was only right that they paid him that bag, you know what I mean? So
And by the time he retired, that money be nothing.
yeah,
'Cause the new contract will be
yeah.
$1 billion.
All he did was set it up for the future that's coming up, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Aaron Judge for that, man, you know what I'm saying? But again, man, so now let's get to this Brittany Griner situation. So we all know she was locked up for hashish oil, you know what I mean, in Russia. And you know, she was held basically for 9 months, man, in Russian prison for drug charges. She was released on Thursday in a 1-for-1 trade of a prisoner. Now we all knew this was political from the gate.
Definitely.
So you know what I'm saying?
So
before
it makes me wonder if she even had that
the oil
in a bag,
I mean,
man.
you know,
Come
she'd have
on.
been said something if she didn't.
No, she did.
She did?
But
Yeah.
being that she's been back and forth over there because she's been playing over there for a long time, she's never been, you know, she probably never was searched and, you know, they probably never stopped her, but
They
was an
like,
opportunity.
This was an opportunity. And that's crazy because they thought on that. Putin was like, oh, yeah, we got one.
And you got to think, that's the thing to do. I'm gonna let you, we're gonna let you get by so you could get comfortable with it. And then when we're ready to bag you, we're gonna bag you.
So she probably been doing it
Yeah.
and got caught slipping because she didn't think of it that they gonna check it. And somebody on her team probably ratted her out. You know what I mean? Now, at first glance, the first thing I noticed that her hair was cut. I don't know if y'all seen that. Like
Nah, I
half of
didn't.
her part of her hair was cut. Like they gave her a fade or something. Like they probably told her you
I
can't
think
have
she was
dreadlocks.
losing her hair because she was stressed out. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
God.
Could be that too.
That's peace to you, Jay. I didn't
Yeah.
think about that either because it did look wild. I was like, damn, what they was torturing her in jail, cutting her hair. I heard rumors like, you know, in the jails, they wasn't really digging the gay, you know what I'm saying? Stuff
Mhm.
like that in Russia.
Oh,
So,
for real?
Yeah, the pressure started getting heavy. So once that came out, it seemed like the U.S. acted immediately after that. And then all of a sudden they had the trade-off for Victor Bout, who's an international arms dealer. You know
That's
what I'm
a
saying?
crazy trade.
This is
man.
what I'm saying. Like, what are we talking about out here? Like, what are we doing?
That's like LeBron for Spud Webb or something.
This a movie. He said LeBron for Spud Webb. It's like a movie. Like that was like out of a movie. Like they out here really trading off human beings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One who really bent the law, and another one who just was outright breaking the law.
I already knew the cost was going to be high to get her back home. I knew the cost was going to be high. They was going to go for, you know, let's see who we can really get out that was sitting on a whole lot of time.
Yeah,
And it was this dude.
that's a fact. They got him because Putin, that's his man. He wanted him out. Now, who didn't come home was a U.S. Marine veteran by the name of Paul Whelan. You know, he was imprisoned in Russia. And you know, he's been in Russian custody for at least 4 years.
That's crazy.
So, you know, He in
died for the
jail like, yo,
country.
back. You was dying for the country. And they like, yo, all right, man, later for you. You know what I mean? We got to take care of Brittany. But
Talk about it.
we got to look at it like, okay, they put the black woman over the white man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I hate to say it like that. Is it a classism thing? Like, because Brittany Greiner is worth so much money and he's not? What you think?
I think it's more that she's gay and black. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my, that
You
you
know what I'm
always
saying?
come through, Jay.
Yeah.
You always come through, Jay.
Or
Speak
lesbian,
on
I
it.
should say. Lesbian and black. Yeah. So, that's that party right there. You know what I'm saying? I think that political party had a strong, you know what I'm saying, influence on that. You know?
What you think about that, 3? That's a heavy statement right there.
I think it was more so the uproar from the people about the Brittany Griner situation. I don't really think that
Over a U.S. Marine?
I don't think the U.S. Marine got as much fanfare. You know what I mean? Nobody was saying free this guy.
I didn't even know he was locked up.
Wearing hoodies in his honor, like putting it on the floor. Like it's just like people get locked up every day, but as soon as a celebrity get locked up, it's like it becomes the
Big
freest
news.
person. It becomes big news. But like we said, a celebrity versus a guy who fought for the country.
Yeah.
Gets swept under the rug because people don't know who he is.
And he was locked up for basically espionage, the Russians thought that he was a spy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He got caught up. So he's basically a regular prisoner of war. This is what goes on all the time in war. You know what I mean? So he's been in Russia for about 4 years now. And
man, 4 joints.
4 joints. Brittany Griner got out in, 9 months.
9
you know what
months,
I'm saying?
right?
So now here's a couple of things I read through my mind. Now, we just went through it. Is it fair that Brittany Griner was released and the other political prisoner wasn't? We spoke about that, but why hasn't the NBA faced more backlash?
The NBA or the WNBA?
No, the NBA. I mean, the WNBA falls under the NBA. The NBA is the mothership.
Okay.
And the reason why I asked that is because she was in Russia playing basketball. You know what I mean? And it seems like a lot of women from the WNBA go overseas to play basketball in the off season. It's like a known thing. So why was the NBA feel a way now that one of your star players went over to Russia in the off season, got locked up? And that's a black eye on the sport. They done did the mural on the floor for her and everything, BG with the number 42 on the floor, but they not paying them. You know what I mean? Why hasn't the NBA come under fire with this situation? Like, nobody really brought that up. Like, that's crazy. Like,
the money situation?
The money situation.
I mean, that's been an ongoing topic for a while now.
But it should have been highlighted even more now, because this is a star that got caught up in another country.
Yeah, but they're gonna say I understand that the underlining of it is that they're going over there because they get in the bag. They get more money playing overseas than they do in the U.S.
That's crazy.
But
in the U.S.
But the thing is, the sport is more popular. Women's basketball is more popular abroad. We might have the stars here, but more people are going to the games. They're spending money. They're having a tough time promoting WNBA, the brand.
Over here, yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
They've been having a tough time just promoting the brand, and it's been many. I've heard many discussions about it and many reasons why. It's like they can't find the allure or the attraction, and it's people who have a lot of different reasons. Some people say, "Oh, I can't take my kid to a WNBA game because when I come in there, it's a bunch of couples."
Oh,
yeah, that too. I ain't even think about that.
I didn't think about
it's a bunch
that.
Of couples of women couples, and it's like I don't want my child to be exposed to that.
Oh, so that's even a bigger.
And you have some men who say, they need to promote the women in a more fashion where they look appealing. You know what I mean? But I think that's sexist.
Skylar Dickens.
I think that's sexist because some of them are nice. Like if you watch women's college basketball, I do, like they can really play. I just think that most men are not interested in women's basketball.
Shout out to Sydney Carter.
I think those are the people that actually watch basketball.
Yeah.
Men.
Wow.
But didn't one of those WNBA players say something about it? Did we talk about that?
Nah, we didn't talk about it.
Yeah, one of the WNBA players said that like the women deserve more money. I forgot her name.
It probably was Candace Parker.
Yeah.
Candace Parker, because Candace Parker been playing for a while. She won a few WNBA championships. She's a big analyst on ESPN, NBA, you know what I'm saying, TV. And she's one of the stars of the league for a very long time, and she's not really getting paid that much. You know what I mean? Which is, it's crazy, but I never looked at that aspect of it. Like, some parents probably don't want their kids to see that side of it, like the gay couples together. I didn't realize it went that deep, and that's a deep conversation that maybe they need to have.
That if I go to a New York Liberty game and it's like it's couples night and it's like a whole bunch of, you know what I mean? Like, but it's no reason that Rocky the mascot should be making more than the WNBA player.
That's a fact.
But they not
mascots.
They're not making a profit like how the NBA is too. That's what it is. The NBA is really taking a loss, holding them down, you know, as far as like ticket sales and stuff like that.
But it's all part of the NBA. This is what I don't understand, man. Like, damn, man, is that bad? Merch, so they not selling merch or anything?
That's what they were talking about too. She was saying that they deserve to get money off their merch or something like that.
But they don't even get money off the merch.
Nah.
It's a select few. I mean, it's a select few. You know, you got your Sue Birds of the world. You know what I'm saying? It's a select few that's gonna touch some bread. But collectively, for everybody to get wealthy from women's basketball, it's gonna take a whole overhaul of them really promoting the game in that fashion.
And shout out to Jessica Grandy on the check-in, man, for real. Word, man. Yeah, she said Trump would have had them out ASAP. Nah, man, I can't mess with you, Jessica. Not right now. Not right now. Part me 3 word, man. But yeah, it's I didn't look at that aspect of it as far as the couples thing and parents not wanting their kids around it, but it's inevitable. And I think that they were trying to bring the sex appeal to it. Like Candace Parker did a body, ESPN body photo shoot where she was naked. You got Skylar Diggs, you know, Lil Wayne kind of brought some notoriety to her, bigging her up for her being a beautiful athlete who's married to a man. But a lot of these WNBA stars, like Brittany Griner and the girls, and I didn't really realize it was like that, man. It was that bad, and that's probably why it probably won't be promoted. So what can they do then to keep it afloat, or to at least give them a competitive salary to where they ain't got to go out and go overseas?
They got to have more women that could dunk. You know what I'm saying? That add excitement to the game. No, they starting to step it up.
Some college girls.
They starting to step it up, man. There's a couple of girls that's throwing it down. I seen her like she was practicing by herself. Yeah, so I think that element, you know, they start dunking on each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I want to see that. You know, another girl dunking on another girl. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
Get it more exciting, you know?
All right, so I know this might not be popular to everybody. How about having some of the women that are good enough playing a men's league?
That ain't gonna work.
I'm just asking. Like, you think that'll be something? Because
I'm just saying, strength wise, they're not physically.
What you mean? They on the kids level, they got girls that compete
kids
with
level,
the guys.
Kids level.
But I mean, some of them from kids to grown-ups have been playing with men.
I couldn't name 4 women's players that I think could play at the NBA level.
You can't?
No.
You can't name 4. So you don't think Brittany Griner can play in the NBA with the men?
What's she gonna play?
Good. I mean, are they gonna be successful? Like, they can play, yeah, but are they gonna be successful?
She gonna stop somebody 6'10".
She's 6'10".
250.
Did you see her when she was walking to the play?
You think Liz can play in the NBA?
Liz who?
Liz Cambane. I believe that's her name. Sorry,
I know you're talking about. I know you're talking
You
about.
know,
Yeah, she's the model.
6'9",
Yeah.
6'10". I mean, she got moves. She could play a little bit, but I can't see her, you know, trying to stop Jared Allen coming down the lane.
He said Jared Allen.
You know
yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Damn, man.
What NBA player is going to stop LeBron James coming down?
Player?
WNBA. Yes, excuse me.
Oh, look, Father Time is stopping LeBron right now, Lou.
Even now, though, even he can't even jump no more. But even now, like, who's stopping that coming to the hole, man?
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know, man, but it's sad, and I think that they need to figure out a way. Like, I don't know if they got to get more sponsors. I don't know what they got to do, but the fact this Brittany Griner situation should have opened everybody's eyes to a bigger problem, which is the WNBA and the NBA not really doing enough for these women players to have to sacrifice their time and life with their families. Because not only are they going over there in the off season, that means you're not around your family year round. You know what I mean? So you go into another country in the WNBA off season to make money overseas because you're not getting paid enough in your own home, your own state. So
I believe that the whole NIL thing is going to help women's basketball down the line, because I think that with the NIL, you have college athletes getting endorsement deals. So now they're starting to get notoriety. They're being seen, so they can build a fan base. So when they graduate to the league, they'll already have a fan base intact, and that will follow them. I think that's going to help the women's game more.
Yeah,
so educate me on the NIL.
Name, image, and likeness, meaning that if I'm a college athlete, I can sign a deal with Toyota. I can sign a deal with said company.
That didn't start yet, though. Right?
No, it is.
It's been started.
Yes, it's been started. So you have college athletes that are gonna get that opportunity to do that, and then it's gonna be their celebrity is gonna grow. You know what I mean? You look at somebody like Tia Cooper, who she didn't stick with the LA Sparks, but she has a huge fan base because
TikTok and Instagram,
because of her social media following, and you have women and men who she's appealing to physically, and she can play. So I think more of that is going to happen, where you're going to have people who have a huge following, and it's going to help impact their game.
Facts, man.
How many years they got already in WNBA? It's like 6.
Nah, 6. Hell no.
They've
been around since like the early 2000s, I believe.
20 years?
Yeah, it's been around at least 20 years for sure.
Okay.
Cheryl Swoops, Cooper,
Cynthia
Cooper. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
they've been around.
those,
The Liberty went to the finals, I believe, in '99. And shout out to Jessica. I'm just playing. You could be opinionated about Trump, man. I don't care. JLJ is a fellow Trump supporter. Where with the mother, man? Yeah, but the WNBA been around for a long time. So the fact that it's still struggling to kind of pay their players and to get a fan base that can come and watch the games consistently is alarming. So, like 3 said, name, image, and likeness, NILs is something that's on the rise now. A lot of these high school kids are getting deals, with these companies, and it's making a way for people to make extra money on the side now for themselves. So hopefully it spills over into the WNBA, and they can start paying these players, accordingly.
So we got to do too, right?
Let's go. What's up?
We got to go to a Liberty game. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
Instead of going to the Knicks all the damn
time.
Hey,
man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I heard the tickets ain't that expensive, man. I'll go because I've never been to a WNBA game.
Me too. Yeah.
I've never been there. I'll go for the experience. Hey, you might just catch a baddie out there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't trying to get nobody in trouble, Jay. You know what I'm saying? Out there in TV land, you know what I'm saying? But hey, I wouldn't mind going to a WNBA game. You know what I mean?
Or you might have a twofer. You know what I'm saying?
Hey. I'll go fishing too. You know what I'm saying? Word to mother. I'm a fisherman myself, and there's a such thing that there's other fish in the sea. You know what I'm saying? Word up, man. I'm a pescatarian. Word up, man. So
spell it.
PESK Word up, man, for real. So let's talk about something else, man. That was kind of disturbing, and people are trying to get to the bottom of it. No, so Sizzler, the Jamaican artist, actually has a problem with DJ Khaled. You know what I mean? And everybody wants to know why. So on Thursday, December the 8th, Jamaican reggae artist Sizzler posted videos on his Instagram account about him and the platinum plaques that he earned after being featured on DJ Khaled's projects. He appeared on an intro track on the DJ Khaled's 27 album, Grateful, and in his 2019 album, Father to Assad's intro track, Holy Mountain. Sizzler was also featured on his latest album, God Did, on These Streets Know My Name. It's unclear what led Sizzler to burn the plaques, but in the video, he mentioned that DJ Khaled insulted him. The internet believes, so the internet always gets to the bottom of things, right? So the internet believes that he must have been upset because his name appeared to be in a smaller font on the actual plaques that he did receive.
Nah, it wasn't that.
What's your thoughts? So what's your thoughts on this?
I think he said it in there.
What did he say?
Because he was cutting up they was cutting it up.
He took his son out. He was like, no, we don't do business with the sons. He said
that's what it was.
We take the babies, no babies involved.
No babies. That's what it was. Putting the baby in the picture, he didn't appreciate that,
But that was the album cover.
Yeah, that was the album cover. That was the plaque was the actual album.
For real?
Cover.
So now I'm confused now.
No, that's what I'm saying. So the only reason why he didn't disrespect and burn the picture with the son, because he's like, it's a baby. I'm not getting a baby involved with a grown man situation. So he cut his son out, Assad, and he put the plaques and everything in a pile, put gasoline on it, and he burned them. All he kept saying is that, Khaled, you disrespected me.
So the speculation is that he didn't like that his name was small. And Khaled was,
maybe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
who album was it though?
It was Khaled's album.
So what's the problem?
This is what everybody's trying to find out. So
that's natural. Like that happens. Like we all do it. You know, Stills do an album. Me and you get on it, and we're featured on it, and it wins a Grammy. You know, we'll get our plaque. But it may not be in the font of who album it is. Like it's gonna still say Stills the Great, but it'll have us because we contributed to the album. So I really don't get it.
Yeah, I don't even get it. So you know me. I mean, the internet. I don't know. But we'll get back to the internet. But me personally, whenever somebody go to those lengths, man, it's always money involved at the end of the day. Now, I don't know if he felt like he didn't get compensated enough for his contribution to the album, because that's what it seemed like to me.
Maybe.
Because I'm not burning no plaques just for my name being small. Like, that's an accomplishment. It's like a trophy. I don't care how big my name is on there. My name is on there. And it's platinum plaques. So it's going on my wall, and it's going to look good on the wall. My name is on. I don't care if you need a magnifying glass to see my name on it, but my name is on there. So to me, it had to be over money. But he kept saying that Khaled disrespect him. But I'm pretty sure that the internet is going to find out, you know, what it was.
You think he sent them plaques over before he sent that check over?
Maybe that too.
You know what I mean?
That could be the case, because that's the only thing that would have somebody so angry and so upset over something. Like, it just didn't make sense to
Fuck
me.
these plaques for my check out, bro.
The disrespect.
He said, Khaled, you disrespect me, man. He tore them joints up, ripped everything. He ripped everything out of it, tore them up.
Maybe something personal too. You never know.
You never know. You never know, man. To me, he probably is either two things. He must have had a real good blunt and had him thinking hard. Because you know when you get high, you start thinking a little bit too much.
That's like, every day for them. For the Rastas.
I mean, it must have been a good. It must have been a good flower in the blood clot. It was a good flower.
More fire
for that. That's why I put the flame to everything. So he must, in my mind, he must have had a good batch. And was like, yo, he started thinking and thinking, like, nah, man. How many zeros it said this album sold? How many zeros my check said? Nah, Khaled, you owe me something, man. You're disrespecting me, man. That's the only thing that I could think this whole situation could be over. It got to be about money. It has to be. It can't be something as small as a name. My name is on there, and I'm on there with heavy hitters. Like, and if your paperwork is right, you're gonna get paid forever. You're gonna get royalties and residual income from that project because your name is on something on there. You can have one hit record on an album that went multi-platinum. You're a millionaire, and you're gonna get money down the line. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be over money. I don't think it's something as small as how big his name was on the plaque. If so, that's super ignorant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's that good weed that got me thinking like that out there. Shout out to Jamaica, man.
Yeah, you go back to search saying that he only had 2%, and
talk about
that shit been a nice check for the last 30 years.
He
ain't have to do nothing but go to the mailbox, I guess.
That's it. And he gave Nas what he said, 50% of the publishing for the joint for Jay when Jay sampled his name, his voice. And he's paid forever for that 2% that he kept. You know what I mean? So 3, man, talk about, the situation with Cameron, man. Cam is about to get into the podcasting world, man.
Oh, man.
3 brought it out there. We'll talk about that. 3,
I mean, we don't know too much. We've been seeing little snippets coming out. He has a first take style unfiltered show that he has called I believe it's called It Is What It Is.
It Is What It Is podcast.
Yeah, so
correct.
We've seen a few clips of it. I think I'm interested to see where he goes with it.
Yeah.
Shout out my man Coach Dave from Harlem. He's a part of it as well.
Yeah.
Guy who's been coaching for a lot of years in the EBC and all over the city. Former assistant coach at Martin Luther King High School. So he's a part of it as well. So shout out to them. I'm interested to see what they're talking about and how it does, because I think it's a market, it's an avenue for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because everybody, not to take the whole debate sports show too fucking seriously, where it's like we could laugh and joke about it, whereas those guys are up there, like I said, talking like they talking the Bible and the gospel.
Facts.
And
I like Cameron. I think he's gonna be all right.
That's
his
what
personality is
and
cool.
that's what I was gonna get into. So, like 3 said, man, the name of it is called the It Is What It Is podcast, man. So one of the things that brought some notoriety to it this week was a piece that was a little disturbing, and we're gonna get into it, man. So it was reported on Ben Gordon, you know what I mean, being arrested and admitted to a Harlem hospital due to mental illness. So this past week, Cam added a new skit. Well, not even a skit. He added a new video clip to his Instagram where he stepped out in the streets of New York City to report the latest news surrounding Ben Gordon. The former Chicago Bull is certainly going through some mental health issues, and it's been a huge conversation and a concern for many for a little while, but nobody's really doing much. So reportedly, Ben Gordon was outside of a building in Harlem trying to stab people with the sewing needle. Now, you know, sewing needles is mad long.
Yeah.
So he was actually assaulting and trying to stab people with a sewing needle. So when, you know, TMZ and all these people pulled up, Cam pulled up on the scene and allegedly got some footage of the police arresting Ben Gordon. I don't know if it was actually him in Harlem Hospital taking, you know, live footage of Ben Gordon in gowns, walking around looking crazy and spaced out. His hair is halfway done and all of this stuff. So that's what kind of brought everything to the forefront for Cam. And the way that he did it was like how 3 said, like it was sort of like how they do it on TV, but he added a little spin to it and he added his little joking side to it.
It was real. It was real news mixed in with a skit.
Yeah, exactly.
Because some of the people that he was talking to about the situation are people in his camp.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I seen Ben. He was wilding and da da da.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like I get it. He may be doing that as well. But
yeah,
that was interesting. As far as Ben goes,
let's talk about that.
It's been public knowledge for a while. I mean, mostly since he's been out the league. That I believe they said he suffers from bipolar disorder.
Yes.
So, you know, when you going through that, you know, just imagine you going through that and you a person with some type of status and celebrity and you have money, and you know, once that go, it's like same thing with Delonte West.
I'm about to say that too.
Bad situation. So, and if you ain't got a strong circle and people in your corner to trying to pull you through that, it's just a tough spot. I just think that people look at it because he was a good basketball player.
Absolutely.
Former 6th man of the year, you know, from Mount Vernon.
A college standout at UConn.
Oh, he's from New York?
Yeah, he's from New Rochelle.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Mount Vernon, I believe.
Yeah. He went to Mount Vernon High School.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, wow.
So he's a local product. He went to the NBA. He was a standout at UConn. He played a few years in Detroit. He definitely was drafted by the Bulls. And I think that was his only 2 teams, Detroit and Chicago, I believe. And then after that, that was it. He was out of the league. But the thing is like, where's his friends, man? Where's his family? Where are the people that he took care of when he was in the NBA? Because he's been in the NBA for at least 6-7 years, right?
No, I think Ben probably did more than that. Like, you know, I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah,
but
he's vested.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna get a pension.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's kind of hard for family to step up in that situation too.
What
though,
you mean?
Man. Like, how could you really help them if you have a mental illness like that?
They helped themselves when they needed money. You know what I'm saying? They came. I'm pretty sure that they all came to him. Yo, Ben, can you pay my phone bill or can you pay my rent?
Out there trying to poke people is kind of dangerous, though. You know what I'm saying?
But where's his loved ones is what I want to know. It's like,
you got to get to him before he gets to that point. You got to get to him and try to help him before he gets to that point where he's outside trying to do harm to himself or harm to others. That's really what the jigs of what you're saying, right?
Yeah,
you know?
But yeah, like what? Nobody saw this coming. Like nobody seen him tweaking beforehand before it got this bad.
Interestingly enough, I seen him on live maybe like 2 days before that, and he just looked. I sent the video to Jay and my other man. I sent it to him. I'm like, "What's up with Ben?" Because he's like on live, just looking like spaced out, like in an apartment, like a housing apartment. Like you could kind of tell what a project apartment looked like. Like he's there and you see another dude on the side and you see fitted hats on the wall, and it just looked someplace you wouldn't think that you would see him. And remember, maybe a month or 2 ago, he had the situation where he got arrested for hitting his child. He was hitting his child.
Yes,
going in the airport, and he got arrested for that.
Oh, that was him.
That was him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And 3 weeks ago, pretty much TMZ obtained a video of Ben Simmons' mugshot, and he attacked 2 McDonald's security guards in Chicago, and he was arrested for that as well. You know what I'm saying? So the behavior has been trending in this direction, and I'm just like, yo, he don't got no girl, no wife. Like, where's his? I don't know his mother's situation, his father. Like, he don't got any cousins, brothers. Like, nobody that was there to kind of see this, to kind of help him and like keep him in a safe space, because you in Harlem, like 3 said, in somebody project apartment, because where they had him, where they was locking him up at, was outside of a housing project. You know what I mean? Police had him hemmed up. You seen the long ass sewing needles that he was trying to stab people with, and it just was a sad situation, man. And I'm just like, damn, man, how do you go from this great NBA player? He was a great 6 man. I think he got 6 man of the year.
Yeah, definitely.
6 man of the year award winner. So he wasn't a bad player. He got a decent salary in the NBA. You know what I mean? How do you fall this far? And like, why isn't anybody around to help you? Where's your high school? Normally, guys like that, the high school coaches still keep in contact with them. The teachers, junior high school coaches, they still keep a tab on you.
Where is the NBA,
and
man?
That's my point.
They should have the best doctors, the best psychiatrists to take care. Like even Delonte, they should have had somebody taking care of him too.
And this is what I'm doing. Mark Cuban stepped in for Delonte West.
But afterwards, though.
Yeah, afterwards, nobody else did anything. But this is what I'm saying. It's like they only care about you when you can run, they can run. You know what I'm saying? But when it's when times is hard like this, it's like, where are they to be found? You know what I mean? And it's sad that they going through it. It's sort of like the players from like the yesteryear, like the ABA people that merged into the NBA. A lot of them is broke and messed up now.
They got they just do.
They just got
they
something.
just got it. They just got something where ABA, they paid them out. They
just
paid,
got
just
something.
now. I mean, it took some time, but at least at least they got it. You know what I mean? It took a long time for them to get it. But back to Ben. Ben played 11 seasons in the NBA.
Yeah.
And career earnings of 82 million.
Wow. That's still a lot of money.
You know what I'm saying? And from the looks of things, he probably ran through that.
Damn. How you run through 82 million, Jay?
Everybody always say that, but it's easier, you know what I mean? It's easier to blow it than to keep it, is what they say.
That'll make you go crazy too. Losing all that money. I'll wild out. What the hell?
He ain't have good people around him to advise him about investments and all that, because it's hard, man. 82 million.
And spending.
Word.
You know what I
like
mean?
with no plan on.
And when you touching that type of paper, you're not just spending it on yourself.
That's what I'm saying.
You know
Where's
what I mean?
everybody else?
You're not just spending it on yourself. You taking care of multiple people. You going out like Antoine Walker is public information.
Yes.
Like he said, I'm going on vacation. I'm taking 20 friends with me. The bill is on me. We eating here. 20 people. The bill is on me. We, car service, house here, vacation house. You know, and it just adds up. And you look up. And
so let me ask you 3. Did he look like he was on drugs or like he was just wild? Like.
Well, I've seen him on camera, burning trees. So I mean, maybe it's that, or I don't want to speculate what he's doing. But yeah, he looked like he looked like somebody who might have mental issues. But you keep it real, a lot of sports figures and athletes, basketball players, people be going through shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And they just keep it hidden inside, and it don't really come to a head until later on in life, and it's just disguised with. You being a person that people recognize and you being a good basketball player. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, that's an activity. That's a sport. That don't have nothing to do with your mental health or who you are as a person. So it's just unfortunate, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's very unfortunate, man. It's sad, man. For real. Word, man. And like, shout out to my man Tips. He said no good people in this corner, man. They don't care about he said the NBA doesn't care about the mental illness thing, man. And it's sad because, the NFL is dealing with, former players that's having CTE. I'm pretty sure that guys like Antonio Brown has some sort of CTE. You know what I'm saying? Because he's just tweaking and he's doing all types of wild stuff all over the place. But for the NBA, this is uncharted territories for people like Ben Gordon and Delonte West, you know what I mean, to be going through stuff like this. And like 3 said, it could be the weed. Maybe somebody slipped him something and he just never came back off of it.
Yeah, I know somebody personally who that happened to. he was away at college and somebody, you know, gave him something.
I know
and,
exactly what you're talking about,
you know
too.
what I mean? He ain't never been the same since.
Yeah.
He seen me a few months ago and asked me where the game, like what time is our game?
Oh.
So he see
It's
me,
that bad.
he see me, and he still think we still 18, 19, and we got a game tomorrow.
And he was good. He was good, kid.
You know what I'm saying? Good. I'm just like, stay good, homie. Like, you know, like word. Cause I mean, what could you say? Like I know the story, but we ain't gonna speak about it. I already know what happened. You know what I mean? So it's like just a bad situation, man. But it's real. Like people look at somebody because they're talented or they're good at something that they can't be going through some shit.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. We all human. You right. You absolutely right, man. For real. So 3, tell everybody about your man Deion Sanders, man. You know what I mean? He's facing a lot of criticism from our community, man. And I knew it. You can't never please these niggas, man.
Leaving but go ahead,
Go ahead, 3, man. Because this is
I mean,
shame,
I really ain't want to, like, we here and this is what we do, so we gonna speak about it.
Let's go.
I just seen a lot of people just giving him a lot of flack and not really knowing what was going on. Like, if you go back and watch, like, Deion been transparent the whole time he went to Jackson State. He said he's going to entertain Power 5 schools once he rebuild and restores what's going on. Like, he didn't never say, I'm going to stay here for 20 years or 10 years and do God's work. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what college, that's the business of college coaching. You get a program, you build it from the ground up, you get it on and popping, and then you eventually get rewarded by a bigger institution.
Facts.
Case in point, what Shaheem did at St. Peter's. He turned it around. Should Shaheem have stayed at St. Peter's because those are the people that gave him that opportunity? No, he built the program up. He got them to 2 rounds in the NCAA double tournament. He knocked off Kentucky.
Yeah.
He got them, and every time you go through a round in the NCAA tournament, the school gets a bag.
I didn't know. So he got the school a bag.
Let's you know what I mean? Let's highlight that. So every time you advance, the school gets a bag.
That I didn't know.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, should he stay there or should he be rewarded with the job at Seton Hall? He should be rewarded, and you should thank him and hire a new coach.
And
so
that's his alma mater.
You know what I mean? Like Deion, come on, man. Deion, you want Deion to live in Jackson, Mississippi? Like Deion been rich for a long time, man. Prime been rich for a long time. I'm not living here with people breaking into my car. My son's car was broken into multiple times.
Oh, in Mississippi?
Yes, at Jackson State. Somebody stole out the locker room during the game. Like he took his own money to do things for the team.
School. Yeah,
like
help build their training.
He generated over $30 million for the school, and you're telling me you want Deion to stay here and work for a $300,000 salary under these conditions when he can go somewhere and, like, come on, man, what are we talking about? But black people, us, we always look at it like, yo, no, like, you lied to us, stay here. Like, what? Come on, that all that tells me is that you've never been in a position where you had to think about, is this the right thing to do for me and my family?
Facts. That's a fact.
Any one of us would do the same thing he did.
That's a fact. And for those that don't know about Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi is the capital of that state. And it's terrible. You know what I mean? If the history of Jackson, Mississippi, man, like it was a school out there back in like the 60s, man. It was now they got school shootings going on more frequently now. That was one of the first places where it was a school shooting on a all black campus. You know what I mean? Just like Orangeburg, South Carolina. Same thing. All black campus, mass shootings back in the days. But Jackson is a terrible place, man. Like, I've never seen a city. That's like going to Manhattan. Outside, I'll take that back. Outside of Detroit and Jackson, Mississippi were 2 of the worst cities that I've ever seen. That's like the capital of a state. You know what I'm saying? That I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? So I can get why Deion is probably leaving, like you said, like getting his car broken into. I didn't even know that. I didn't know that was happening out there. So I don't give him any slack for leaving and moving on to get the bigger bag. But what I do respect about what he did is that he brought more notoriety to the HBCU scene. You know what I'm saying? So now kids, hopefully, because I think we spoke about this weeks ago or months ago, about how can HBCUs become more popular to athletes. I guess when you got guys like Deion Sanders,
more guys of his stature should step up and do what he did.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was strategic what he did, and it was smart. Like, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna rebuild this shit.
Yeah.
Because nobody else is gonna do it. I'm gonna show you that I can get kids better. I can empower young men. I could get us popping.
Yes.
And he's going to get some kids eventually that's going to be drafted.
Exactly.
Like, that's what more do you want?
And for him, it was also a way to show that he can actually coach, because he never coached anywhere else outside of like high school and stuff like that. So he probably took that as that was a stepping stone for him. I'm gonna go to a school that's gonna hire me. It just so happens to be an HBCU. I'm a build up the brand of the school and myself, because I think with Prime, he had gold whistles and all types of stuff. So he was a different type of coach. So he brought a lot of he brought a lot of jazz to the school. So the fact that they went undefeated this year, that opened up those power conference teams' eyes.
And I don't think this is his last stop.
And it's not gonna be his last stop. It has to be NFL next. You know what I'm saying?
So?
Yeah, it gotta be. That's probably his ultimate goal is the NFL.
Yeah.
That's where the money is at. True. You know what I'm saying? College, they get paid good in college too. And he's getting paid well at Colorado. You know what I'm saying? Well, he didn't get his first paycheck yet, but he's gonna get paid handsomely there. You know what I'm saying?
29 million over 5 years.
Come on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Nobody else would have given him that opportunity. He would have never gotten that opportunity if he didn't go to Jackson State and do what he did. And then now he's bringing his son with him. A couple of the other kids already saying that they transferring and going with him to Colorado. And I give him mad credit. When he spoke to the team that's currently at Colorado, he told dudes, say, yo, you know, jump in that portal, find somewhere else to probably go, because I'm bringing some luggage with me. He kept it a buck with the players. Like, yo, I'm bringing some luggage with me.
And that's really the stature of a coach, where it's like a lot of people say, oh, you shouldn't have said that. Why are you telling the kids that they did? Listen, as a coach, if I go in there and do that, you know who going to run up and leave? The guys who ain't built like that. The guys who built the right way I want them built is going to be like, bring that shit on. I don't care what luggage you bring.
Facts.
Strapping up.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? So he coming in with that mentality like, yo, I'm bringing some luggage with me. I'm bringing some of these kids with me that helped me get to where I am today. So once that portal open up, y'all better jump in the transfer portals and go wherever else you may want to go, because I'm bringing some things with me here. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing some fireworks. And I respect him for that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he's a sellout. I think, like Three said, he bought the school some notoriety. He took his own money to help build the athletic facilities at the school. And he, like you said, he was only making $300,000. And I'm saying only $300,000. Like, that's not a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
But just remember, in football, you also have to account for, you got the staff has to be taken. And that was one of his main problems. He couldn't properly take care of his staff the way he wanted to with that salary.
Okay.
So those guys probably was working for peanuts. If he was getting 300, they wasn't getting what they should have been getting. But at a Power 5, if he's getting a multi-million-dollar deal, you can take care of, you could fund a good staff with that.
That's a fact.
That's how it works.
Yeah, that's how it works.
In the NFL too? Nah, not really. Right?
The NFL, I think everybody, but I think they assistant coaches, the bag is different.
Yeah, the coach, they bag is different, but they all fall under the coach. Okay. So they all probably got their own salary tiers. You know what I'm saying? But they all fall under the coach, just like Three is saying at college. Same thing.
Oh, so okay, under the money he's getting paid, he got to budget out.
No. They all get their own money. It's probably like a set.
I'm talking about Dion though.
Well, with Dion, it's different. He's gonna have to break his staff off in college. But the NFL, they're all employees that's getting paid by the team. The assistant defensive coach, the offensive coordinator, the linebacker coach, they all got certain salary tiers that they fall into.
Just like the NBA assistant.
Okay, exactly.
It's the same thing.
So it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
What's up?
Word up, man. So shout out to Deion Sanders, man. Shout out to Coach Prime. That's who we want the media to address him as. Address me as Coach Prime. And if you call him Deion, he'll tell you right to your face, like, no, I'm Coach Prime. Call me Coach Prime. You don't say Coach Saban. You don't say Nick. You call him Coach Saban when you speak to him. So call me by what I want to be called. Coach Prime is my name. And the reporter had to bite their bottom lip, but they had to fall in line. And he demanded that respect, man. So shout out to him, man. Hopefully his son can make it on that level, because his son dominated in that current league that he's playing in. But now you're moving up with the big boys. You know what I'm saying? This is like how in high school you got the A and B division. You dominated the B division, my man. Now you're moving up to the A division where the dogs is at. You know what I'm saying? We want to see bring that same, and that's a Big 12 school. So That's a big conference. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see what he can do there, man. But shout out to Prime. He's definitely not a sellout. I think he inspired a lot of people, and I hope that he sets the trend now for other high-profile athletes that come from like the NBA or the NFL to go down to those lower-level schools. Well, not even lower level, these historical black college schools, and do the same thing, because you got some of the players that's coming out that's, blue chip players coming out and going to these schools. We need some of these high profile athletes and coaches to come down and build those schools up as well.
Because Mo Williams is at Jackson State as well.
Mo Williams, they play for the
former
NBA
player.
Shout out to Mo Williams.
He's a native of Mississippi, so he went back to Jackson State. Darryl Walker.
Yes, he's played for the Knicks.
Is at Arkansas Little Rock.
Shout out to Darryl Walker. Man.
So you got guys going, but just none with the stature of Prime. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what I'm saying.
That's a big deal that it was somebody of his stature that was able to go over and do that.
Yeah. Shout out to 3, man. Word up, man. So JOJ, man,
what's up?
Got for us over there, man. We about to go into a spin cycle, man. You know what I'm saying? 3 be like, yo, man, you don't be playing no Nas like that, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't be showing Nas no love, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got the problem we had before, Jay. You got free reign to play whoever you want.
I'll play a little Nas.
Let me stop, man. Word up, man. Don't forget, every Friday, 8 to 10 is the Oddcast featuring myself, 3D, and DJ JOJ. Every Friday, 8 to 10, tell a friend to tell a friend. Your boys is back at it again. Check in with us.
Love somebody else. If I can't love myself enough to know it is time to let go. See, all I really want is to be happy. To find a love that's mine, will be so sweet. All I really want is to be happy. I wanna be happy. That's mine, will be so sweet. I ask for a sign from a sweet Lord above. I know the answer is in front of me, but when you think you're in love, you only see what you want to see, and all I see is me for you and you for me. Oh, I cannot hide the way I feel. No, I don't know why, but every day I wanna cry. If I gave you one more try to these rules, will you abide? And if I mean anything to you, would it make everything alright? I say I wanna be happy. All I really want is to be happy. It will be so sweet.
It's your favorite neighborhood rap nigga.
Shout out to Big East. We see you.
Rap man.
We gonna play some of that
Now
Will
tuned
Sully
into
too.
Bars and Hoops Radio.
A super fly. I can't choose. Yeah. I grew up around weed smoke, just like the Marleys. Heard my mom whenever she spoke. They having parties. This is 70s, of course, down to Summersport. Me, I'm in some holy but clean undershorts on the bed trying somersaults. And when the summer starts, you hear 100 shots. Stepping over empty liquor bottles I come across. Sending stickers that smell like what's in the picture. Was just a kid, but I stayed away from the sniffers. We knew better, we knew how to see a setup. Just wanted to be some players, pull up in a Jetta. From the Sisters Bureau, they put up a killer's mural. It's a different world with 30 shot clips of curl, melon pop, like John Fitzgerald with his girl in a drop. If he can get hit, then anybody could get got. And you an easy target, see you never know who watching. Cold-hearted monsters, whole city going bonkers. Ain't nobody recession-proof. Invest in you, that's what it's best to do. Consuming poison, somebody bless the food. Who you trying to impress? What's there left to prove? Yeah. Kid be out here moving sloppy. Movie lobby, they shot him out of his 2 Hirachis. I'm on a yacht, old smash with a newer body. New makes, new models, I won't let them stop me. New makes, new models, I won't let them stop me. New makes, new models, I'm guessing it's a blessing, I'm not just lucky. Nah. They say son hate the spotlight when they discuss me. On a filthy night, my man was serving the custody. Under my mom's window, wanted to murder this dummy. If she caught us down here raking this dirty money, it'll be ugly. She flushed it before, now she feel like she can't trust me. Cause Jung hit his jumps in the building, and I peeped him. I was low, so I stole him and sold him while he was sleeping. Re-up, gave it back with interest. We even. Some of these things that we escape, I can't believe it. Knicks game up in the seats, I barely hit the floor. Not trying to sit across from somebody, lady I hit before. Top of fourth quarter, I escaped and hit the liquor store. Lambo and Venador, made back with a mini bar. Met a girl from synagogue, told her about Mega Evers while combing through Louis sweaters. We spinning and saving letters, G's and M's. Ain't nobody recession proof. Nah, invest in you, that's what it's best to do. Consuming poison, somebody bless the food. Who you trying to impress? What's there left to prove? Yeah, can't be out here moving sloppy. Movie lobby, they shot him out of his two Hirachis. I'm on a yacht, old smash with a newer body. New makes, new models, I won't let them stop me.
Here there's some nice new pieces you got.
New makes, new models, I won't let them stop me.
Wheels just hit the ground. Yeah. Real shit only. Yeah. Super Bowl champs celebrate like me. With Escobar cigars, let me say my piece. Money attract money, statewide hustlers. Jury sellers exposed by these fake watch busters. And A&T saving money to young niggas. Young warriors, I wanna see them all in position. Best to have it on you, hope you don't go down for possession. Mom's putting up the house to bail you out when arrested. How did I become number one? I'm 101, flying down a 101, right under the Cali sun. Junior Mafia out the sub, shorty calling me son. If one click make $1 million today, it'd probably be us. Probably because my mic is touched for viral stuff. Rappers wanna shoot up the studio, they tired of us. We know the controversy sells, so y'all good. When I drop, they hear me on every block with the hood. Red Hook, Fort Greene, Canarsie, Put the Hood, Far Rock, East New York, QB, Compton, Long Beach, IE, Put the Hood, Southside, Chicago, players in the D. Hood the Hood. If we all made niggas, then why is we beefing? When them Jewish brothers be chillin' Sabbath Friday evening. Even in jail, I hear the Latins got each other back. Now as we jump each other for the phone, it comes a black. Don't worry about nobody else trying to energy match. Sin City cap, and that's when I really attack. I'm OJ with the memorabilia, had to steal it back. Like the Nas flow, we be hearing on your track. Stop that, my guy. You are not that, my guy. That feeling to be a king can't top that, my guy. King's disease, I'm still popping these young things. Got me thinking like A. Marie, it's this one thing. Floaties in the pool, got drones over the roof. Just like Draco the ruler, my nigga, we know the truth. I put out dangerous art, I'm convinced it's a mix of Paisley Park Prince with Supreme Team Prince. Pick up to Paisley, shout out to 40, Harlem, Lincoln houses, Castle Hills, shit. Soundview on the west side, in the jungles, to the 60s. Out in Oaktown to Vallejo, where the pimps be. Hood the Hood. DC got big old guns. B-War got big old guns. ATL got big old guns and big old funds and big old funds. Yeah, Miami got lots of sun. Yeah, Dade County got big old guns. Yeah.
This is how we do it when we do it. Like you just wanna tear the glove up. We do it like ain't nothing to it. The way we do it, now everybody put your fucking hands up. Let's go.
Hey, go ahead and have a party if you want to. Hey, go ahead and touch your body like you want to.
Don't worry about the kid, you know how I rock. Went from bumping backs on the block straight to the top. So the money ain't a thing now. Next stop, the Hamptons, I splurge with it. I'm so absurd with it, got the hunger to go get it, cause I wanna go spend it. You know how a boss play, nigga, I'm ballin'. If there's money to be made, I'm all in. Catch me in the third red boss face, seats red piping. You want me to teach how to stunt, I ain't there. Tattoos on the arm, 30 carats in the charm, cause the flow be the bomb. Learn to respect the dog. First night I found hit, second night I want some shit. Third night we call it quits, I ain't fucking with the bitch. Success is my drug of choice, I'm high off life. Another move, another meal, let's get right. Alright.
Hey, go ahead and have a party if you want to. Hey, go ahead and touch your body like you want to.
I'm on the streets, and you know I ain't going nowhere. Get your guns out. Who wanted with Memphis? Yeah, I'ma make you understand why I do what I do. Why I keep my hat tilt and my do-rag too. I'm a thug, my heart pump gangster shit. I fuck with her
be better days. I like this tone. Yeah. My intuition is telling me there'll be better days. I sit in silence and find whenever I meditate, my fears alleviate, my tears evaporate, my faith don't deviate, ideas don't have a date. But see, I'm growing and getting stronger with every breath, bringing me closer to heaven's doors with every step. As we speak, I'm at peace, no longer scared to die. Most don't believe in God, and so they terrified. It's either that or they be fearing they gon' go to hell. Asking the Father for forgiveness got them overwhelmed. As it be spiteful, like them white folks that control the jail. See, I believe if God is real, he never judge a man, because he knows us all and therefore he would understand the ignorance to make a take his brother life, the bitterness and pain that got him beating on his wife. Like, I know you desperate for a change, let the pen glide, but the only real change come from inside. But the only real change come from inside. But the only real change come from in cemeteries or in chains. I see men cry, but the only real change come from inside. But the only real change come from inside. But the only real change come from chosen religion. Jesus peace, frozen from sinning, doing dirt, hoping to God he know my intentions. To see a million before I see a casket. I got a baby on the way, no he gon' be a bastard. I'm living fast like I'm in a drag race. How that cash taste? When I was a senior, I was balling on my classmates. Put 3 bullets in my car when hit the gas tank. Know I got an angel cause I'm supposed to have a halo right now. My lifestyle destined for a federal facility, for my ability to make them birds fly. Fiends won't get higher than a bird's eye. You and who am I to tell it what to do? I just apply. It's economics, my business ain't got the suit and tie. Keep a pistol at all times, want what's mine. I can't oblige, dog, I work too hard. So reach for it, get referred to God, I'm going hard. I know you desperate for a change, let the pen glide. But the only real change come from inside. But the only real change come from inside. But the only real change come from in cemeteries or in chains. I see men cry. But the only real change come from inside. But the only real change come from inside. But the only real change come from prodigal son, got a new gun. This one don't run out of ammo. Lately been working on my handles. Can I ball, become a star and remain myself? If I fall, dust it off and regain myself. Come on, they don't know all the pain I felt. I'm in awe. After all the fame I felt, I evolved. I no longer bury demons. I'll be a vessel for the truth until I'm barely breathing. I'm singing.
Life is all about the evolution.
I give up, I give in, I move back a little. I lift up, I look up, now I'm back for more.
You can dream, but don't neglect the execution.
I give up, I give in, I move back a little. I lift up, I look up, now I'm back for more.
Time is short, that's what somebody told
I give up, I give in, I move back a little. I lift up, I look up, now I'm back for more. Now I'm back for more.
Too short to keep following your heart.
I give up, I give in, I move back a little. I lift up, I look up, now I'm back for more. I reminisce back to a time when through their hands, all of a sudden popping trunk and then we scram. Finger on trigger, make a little understand what it's like to finally be the motherfucking man. Eyes wide, that's from the power that the coward feels.
Back to live action. You know what time it is, man. We gotta pay a little bit of bills, man, while we here. You know what I'm saying? Word up, man. Shout out to DAJOJ for that mix, man. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, we're gonna pay a little bill. Check us out.
Combined, a Fortune 500 insurance firm. Their company specializes in supplemental benefits for individuals and businesses, disability, whole life insurance, hospital indemnity plans, as well as cancer critical care coverage. All of their coverages pay you if you get sick or hurt, with family coverage as well. Coverage plans can be as cheap as $1 a day. So what are you waiting for? For your free consultation, give them a call at 718-355-0129. Combined, protect your income and your family.
It's party time. Oh, it's party time. Having a party. Come on.
Start your new year off right. Get your champagne ready. Get your cognac ready. Get your vodka ready. Head on over to Francis Lewis Jamaica Liquor Stores, which is located at 205-20 Jamaica Avenue, Hollis, New York. The zip code is 11423. Their business hours are Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sundays from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. Make sure that you tell them that Bars and Hoops Radio sent you, and you'll receive your special discount. Yeah. Hey, now we got that out the way. Back to live action. You know what I'm saying? Word up, man. Because the New Year is coming and Christmas is definitely coming. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how my Christmas list going to look this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I might be borderline Grinch this year. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? There'll be a lot of gift cards this year, man. I don't know if I'm really going out there putting that energy out there in these stores.
It's for the kids.
It's for the kids. It is. Christmas is for the kids. Grown-ups, man, kick rocks. You know what I'm saying? Word up, man. But anyhow, man, like I said before we went into breaking, man, shout out to everybody on the check-in, man. Shout out to Tips, man. He said Eddie George is a coach at Tennessee State.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, word up, man. Shout out to Eddie George. You know what I'm saying? So you do got some guys going down, man, trying to bring these schools up and bring these schools up, man. Salute to all of those athletes, man, and salute to everybody that's out there giving back to these kids in those programs. You know what I'm saying? But like I said before we went to break, man, last week, 3 left something open, man. He was like, yo, we definitely going to table it, man. So I had to do some research, man, and you know, like my man says, man, he deal with facts over stats. But I can't overlook the stats in this scenario because some of the facts that they put out there is that my guy Luka holds the ball too much. You know what I'm saying? That may be a fact, but the stats say something different. So we're going to compare the two today, 3. I know you like a good debate, man, you know, and I know you love basketball, you know what I'm saying? I know
we comparing their stats.
All right, so no. We comparing who's the most impactful player between the two of them. Who's the most impactful player? Luka Doncic or Jason Tatum? Jay, I know you neutral in this situation, but when I name the two.
I mean, I'm taking Tatum because Tatum already showed you, and he's still showing you that he can be super impactful on a winning team. Like his team could be the best team in the best. Are they the best team in the league right now?
Yeah, they best.
They are the best team in the league. Yes, they are.
And he's doing that until I see Luka being that as impactful on a top 2-3 team. I'm going with Tatum. For one, I'm going with the better athlete at the end of the day.
The better athlete?
Yes. Tatum is definitely the better athlete by far.
Hold on. All right, so hold on. Let's back up, right? Boston does have the best record in the league, but let's not act like he don't got Jaylen Brown on the opposite side of him.
No,
helping Jason Tatum out.
But that's the key to being a great player and being a star. If you can still be that star with other complementary pieces around you and another all-star, that means that you are the real deal.
So hold on. So hold on, 3. You play ball. So you mean to tell me that it is not harder for a guy that doesn't have any other threats on his team than it is for a guy that has another threat on the team or offense?
I'm not saying that at all.
So it's not easier for Jason Tatum than it is for Luka Doncic?
No, I think Jason Tatum is still Jason Tatum the same way I think Luka is still Luka if you put him anywhere. That don't mean that if we swap them out that the Celtics will still be the Celtics because Luka's going to hold the ball. Jason Tatum is not going to hold the ball. The ball has synergy in Boston. The ball moves around.
There they go, this hold the ball thing, right?
So if I have people that are codependent on this guy to make every play, which is Luka, is that the best version of Luka? We don't know until he gets somebody who is either as good as him or close to being an all-star playing next to him. Me personally, I don't believe that Luka can be the best version of himself if you pair him with somebody that's a better player than him, because he's not really a catch and shoot guy. He's streaky at the free throw line, and he's kind of an ISO big. Like when he gets the ball, he likes to back bigger guards down. He doesn't really score a lot of his points in transition. It's in a half-court set. I'm saying anything wrong?
No, you're not. No, you're not. So let's just take the last. I compared the last 10 games for both players, right, and both teams. So in the last 10 games, the Dallas Mavericks finished 5-5, right? 13-11 record overall this season. Luka Doncic averages 32 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists on 50% shooting from the field this season. We ain't talking about that 10-game stretch, the whole season.
Okay.
He's shooting 50% from the line. Now, the most shots that he took in the game this season was 28. And I'm saying this because y'all said he holds the ball too much.
Hold up, he's shooting 50%.
Shooting 50% from the field.
Oh,
yeah. Last time I checked, he was about 47. The last time I looked,
50%.
So he's 50 now.
He's 50 right now.
He's 50 from the field. He's what from 3? He's still 36 or 38.
From 3, he is 38%.
38. And what he's from the free throw line? Still 76 or 72?
Nah, that free throw line, I ain't got that. I didn't get the free throw stats, right? So on average, he takes 21 shots a game.
Sheesh.
Hold on. He said sheesh, right? Mm-hmm. He takes 21 shots a game. Now, let's move on to Jason Tatum, right? Jason Tatum, in the last 10 games, the Celtics are 8-10. They got a 21-5 record overall. Best team in the league right now.
In the last 10,
record
8-10 or 8-2?
8-2. Sorry, pardon self. 8-2. 21-5 throughout the season so far. The best team in the league. Jason Tatum is averaging 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists on the season. He's shooting 48% from the field.
And about 23 shots a game.
21 shots per game. Same as Luka. But y'all argument is that Luka holds the ball too much. But if they both shooting the ball the same amount of time, what's the problem with Luka holding the ball?
If we on the same team or we on opposing teams, and Stills comes up and he has the ball for 25 to 20 seconds to get his shit off, but 3D, I'm getting my shit off in under 10 seconds. I'm gonna be more impactful than you, bro.
How?
Because you need the ball. You're exhausting possessions because you need the ball longer to make shit happen than I do.
But he's the point guard. He's facilitating the offense.
And that's another reason why he shouldn't be taking as many shots as the wing guys in the league.
What you mean? He's their best offensive player.
But at the end of the day, this doesn't prove who's the better basketball player.
Why not?
It's about preference. It's about what you like. Because you might have a guy who likes the guy who's the point guard. You might have a guy who likes the wing. I don't have a dog in the fight. I fuck with Tatum. I think Luka's the real deal. If you ask me if I had to take one or the other, I'm taking Jason Tatum because I think I can put different pieces around Jason Tatum and he still can be the best version of Jason Tatum. I think Luka, in order for him to be the best version of himself, he needs complementary role players around him. I think if you put another guy who's an elite player on his team, when Luka doesn't have the ball, he's not doing much but standing around. He's not really a catch and shoot guy. He's not cutting to the basket, dunking. He's not going back door for lobs. He's not doing any of that.
He's the point, 3.
I mean, we looking at it different ways.
I get what you're saying, but he's the facilitator. The offense runs through him. That's why Jalen Brunson was so important last year. Because when Luka went down, Jalen Brunson came in and carried the brunt of the offense the same way.
This is the thing about the NBA. When you're Super Bowl dominant, it's easier to neutralize you in a playoff series if I have the personnel. If I have the personnel, it's easy for us to neutralize you. And I think that's what's going to be the problem when Luka runs up against certain teams because they already know where it's coming from. They know the game plan.
So let me ask you this. Is Chris Paul ball dominant?
Chris Paul's always been ball dominant, but the difference is
what's the difference?
The difference is he's ball dominant to make plays for others. Chris Paul, listen, hold on, because I know where you're going with this, and I always say this because guys get it fucked up.
Tell him 3.
Come on, 3.
Because somebody gets assists does not mean that they're making players better. Because somebody gets assists doesn't mean that they're making the game easier for those around them. Chris Paul made the game easier for David West. He made the game easier for Tyson Chandler. He made the game easier for Blake Griffin. Luka Doncic is not making those guys better.
What?
They're getting buckets as a product of being on the floor with him because he's an offensive-minded player. The same thing with James Harden in Houston, averaging 30 and 9 and 9.
Yo.
He wasn't making those guys better. It was a product of him dominating a rock.
They smacked Phoenix. They spanked Denver. They beat the Knicks. They spanked the Warriors, and they're in the West. You know what I'm saying? This is a much.
You talking about this year or last year?
No, I'm talking about in this 10-game stretch.
And what's their record?
They went 5-5.
What's their overall record on the season?
13-11.
Trash.
I'm just saying. But 3, he don't have the offensive weapons.
So then he must not be the nigga that you think he is.
Come on, man. So we just, on the other hand, just gave Jason Tatum props for all of accolades that he brings to the game, but he got help. He has a legitimate
this
second
is the thing.
scorer.
You want to sit here and compare them individually, but now you want to point to the help when we're comparing them individually.
No. But individually, it's no comparison.
If you're looking at
Luka's the
stats,
more talented player.
If you're looking at stats,
Luka's the more talented player, right or wrong?
I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with that?
I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with Luka Doncic is more talented than Jason Tatum?
I don't agree with that.
Jay,
that's kind of skill for skill.
Yes, skill for skill.
I think
yeah, skill for skill. Jay, come on now.
Luka got a little bit, but athleticism.
That's the only thing.
Got it. Yeah.
The only thing Luka could do better than Jason Tatum is pass the ball. That's it.
You can't shoot better than him?
No. Luka is
about
streaky
dribble?
at best.
What
Jason Tatum is hitting step back pulleys, middies, 3-ball, catch and shoot
What about-
3-ball,
what
off
about-
the dribble 3-ball, side step 3-ball. We'll sling it on your center. We'll post you up. No.
So who got the better? So you telling me that he got a better post game than Luka? No, absolutely not.
Jason Tatum don't need the ball for 12 seconds to post somebody up and score. Just drop that shit down. 1-2. He got that Kobe McGrady shit in his bag. They don't have to back you down from the foul line. They're gonna take you to that block and work you out. I'm lying, JOJ.
No, you're not. No, he's not lying.
Jason Tatum just gonna shoot up over the top with the little fade on it. That's all.
Yo. They don't want to get Luka.
Nah, y'all don't want to give Tatum because he's light skinned with nice hair. Y'all think that he ain't like that. That boy is like that.
Yeah. No, I give Tatum his
That
props.
boy is like that.
Tatum is nice. He's nice.
Tatum, not for nothing. Tatum is the MVP right now. I don't give a fuck what nobody's saying.
Yeah, he's top right now.
He's the MVP?
Yes.
Right now.
Giannis had it for a few weeks and then they slipped. Tatum took that shit.
Tatum is hot.
And Booker was right there as well. Those was my top 3.
Yeah, he's about right. Yeah, because Embiid took a little slide. Word. KD and Kyrie ain't even in sight, man. And speaking of Kyrie, man, talk about this whole situation with Nike.
You
they
heard the news
officially
today?
dropped them. What happened now?
They saying that
What?
New Balance is gonna pursue Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, I seen
Let's
that.
go New Balance. And I'm
I don't know.
I'm getting a
I
pair of
don't
New
know.
Balance. What you
I
mean you don't know? What? What's wrong with that?
New Balance is always gonna be New Balance, especially because we Queens guys. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the basketball, as far as the like my 574s, 54s, whatever them shit is, we gonna always love those.
That's
but as
a
far
fact.
as the basketball shoe, nah, I think Kyrie should go independent.
Well, who though?
He should get with a designer and come out with his own line. Get with a shoe designer and come out with his own line. Or for me, I think that Puma has its pulse on the culture of what's going on. I think Puma with the whole Rock Nation thing over there, Vegas Jones, Hove, I think that a Kyrie shoe and the Puma brand would do well. I mean, Shamgar move shoes.
Facts. So why Hove and them ain't reach out then?
How we know they not?
If he's going to Puma,
No,
if he going to
New
New Balance.
No, it's speculated that New Balance is going to pursue him. That doesn't mean that he's going to sign with New Balance. Like, I don't see many people walking around here with those Kawhi shits on.
But why did Kawhi leave Nike?
Because they wouldn't let him get the trademark for the logo for the hand.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
creative design as well.
Yeah.
So Kyrie is kind of like in the same bag. Because remember,
But
this
I think
all
Puma,
started.
I think Puma would allow him to have creative control over his shoe.
Yes. Yeah. So maybe they threw it out there to kind of force Puma's hand. But it don't
We
seem
already
like
know
they
if
do.
Kyrie wanted a shoe deal, he could get one.
Exactly. I would go to New Balance though.
I wouldn't fuck with New Balance.
See, with 3.
You know why I wouldn't?
Why? They good for your feet.
But you got to look at his demographic. His demographic, these kids ain't wearing New Balance. His demographic is kids from 9 years old to 25 years old. They not wearing
might
New
start
Balance.
wearing them.
This is what I'm saying. It all depends on the design. Don't front. Yo, kids be wearing the Under Armour sneakers that Steph got.
Them shits don't move like that.
But kids wear them though.
They do. They do. You know who wear the steps the most is the young kids, the kids that's 10 and under. Those are the kids that wear
The
them.
same ones that wear the Kyrie.
Nah, the kids that wear the Kyries is kids that we see every day. That's in our hoods. That what I'm trying to say is that the Caucasian kids is keeping Steph Curry afloat with them Under Armour sneakers.
So, but honestly, I really do think that if it all depends on the design. I get what you're saying. Like you want the name, but because Puma back in the days was a sneaker of choice.
Yeah,
but
and Puma still resonates with us.
But
Is
look
what
at
I'm saying.
because of Hove and Shamgar and all that. But
No,
they
just in
designs ain't
general,
crazy.
like we never shitted on Puma.
Nah,
like,
hell no.
Puma
no.
still resonates with us.
Absolutely.
So I just think it makes more sense. Now, I'm not saying like if New Balance gave him total creative control, a SIG shoe, and gave him the ill bag, yeah, go for it. But what I see for him personally, for me, I think that Puma would be dope because the same way they let Sham design and have input on his sneaker, and he was able, I think Kyrie can do the same thing. And Puma is kind of doing a thing on a grassroots level.
Yeah. I think that's the same. But if it came down to the bag,
I don't see a lot of grassroots teams wearing New Balance.
Yeah, and the only person that New Balance has right now is Kawhi Leonard. You know what I'm saying? And with his signature shoe. And Kyrie being who he is, I think that he is different like that. And I think that they'll probably give him the big bag, bigger than what Puma will probably give him. He'll get the creative control
And I
over
wouldn't
it.
be mad at him.
Yeah, he gonna get everything that he wants. I think he learned this lesson from Nike, and after they officially dropped him, he went on his social media and was like, "Free. It's no better feeling than being free." You know what I'm saying? So he would do some weird thing like that, man. But I would love to see him in Puma. Shout out to everybody over there at Puma, man. Shout out to Vegas Jones. You know what I'm saying? Everybody out there that's bringing that shoe back. You know what I mean? But I think that Kyrie is going to probably think outside the box. But I really think that if the shoe looks good, the kids is going to wear The kids going to wear them. You know what I'm saying? And them Kyries is comfortable for basketball. I don't know if you ever wore a pair.
I tried to get a pair. It was sold out, man.
Yeah, And shout out to Ali Vegas, man. He made me get on it quick. We was talking about this potentially happening to Kyrie, and we ended up, getting a couple of them customized. I got a couple of customized Kyries, man, the last ones that they made for him, man. And they very comfortable. There's a lot of grip with them. So if he go to New Balance is known for a lot. It's a reason why a lot of older people wear New Balance, because they're good on your feet. Yep. So he gonna go with that scientific fact with them, and then probably design his own. I'm just speculating. If I was Kyrie Irving, I would think like that. But anyway, moving on, man. Good conversation so far, man. Let's talk about that Steph Curry video 3, man, because I was one of the people that thought it was real.
Yeah, man. Shame on y'all. Shame on y'all.
I missed that. I ain't even see it.
You never saw the Steph Curry video?
Shame on y'all thinking that fucking Steph Curry video was real, man. I was arguing for like a day and a half with people like, are you fucking kidding me? Yo, that shit is real. Like, I ain't he the best. Practice makes perfect.
Oh, that shit when he was throwing the ball. Yeah.
You thought it was fake too, Jay?
Nah, at first I thought it was real, but I'm like, yo, that shit's impossible, man. For him to hit 5 in a row, like even 1, 2 in a row is like crazy, man. Nah.
Like I said, people believing it is a testament to how ill he is
as a shooter.
That you could possibly even think that he would. But me just knowing basketball and just knowing that shit is damn, you know what I'm saying? You got it. That's like hitting the fucking Powerball twice. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like 5 overhand shots. Like, and what I'm trying to tell you is that, okay, he's a greatest shooter, but he doesn't shoot that way. You know what I mean? He's actually throwing this shit at the
3.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's actually throwing this shit. He's not a trick shot artist. Like, he's Steph Curry.
He wasn't throwing it. He was hooking it. Like,
yeah,
he was
fucking hook shot. And I'm like, yo, and I had people arguing me for like almost a whole day until somebody came out that was associated with the Warriors and said that and confirmed that it wasn't real. And
did you call him back and say stupid?
Nah, I just no. You know how they doing, so people start deleting their comments.
Oh, bro,
you know because Jay had posted it, and I said, "Yo, you know that's fake, right?" I don't know. Then another guy in his comments like, "Why you think it's fake, bro?" And I'm like, "You think it's real?" And they was like, "Why you think it's not real?" And I just didn't reply. Then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The comments was deleted once it came out that it was fake. But I'm like, these dudes never played basketball. You thought that was real.
I originally thought it was too, man. I'm like, yo, nah, no way. The camera tricks is real. And shout out to my man Juan, man. Juan be doing some real trick shots though. He call him One Take Tony on Instagram.
Okay.
He be doing those shots. So not the half court joint. I mean, not the full court joints, but like from half court, he'll throw it backwards and make it.
But homie who did that video, he be doing Tom Brady videos, like all them ill Tom Brady videos that be looking crazy. Real. Like he's an ill video guy, or whatever. So his effects is different. So the camera could fuck you up. The camera could play tricks on you. But me just knowing it's like, bro, you're not making 5 hook shots from not even half court.
Yeah, it was
full court. So that right there is like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Full court.
Who's making full court hook shots?
To wing it like that?
Facts.
Nah, man. But
Yeah,
the way he synced the voice and the way Steph was animated, like they was going in back to back, it looked real. But that's what the camera's supposed to do. But come on, man. But we gotta stop believing everything we see on the internet, and we have to stop taking memes as information. Memes are not information. Like, go do your homework. I just hate that as adults that we don't want to go fact check and do our homework.
That's a fact.
And the only reason I do it is because if I want to sit down and have a conversation, I want to be talking from a point that I already did the homework.
No question.
And not just speculating on a fucking meme.
No question.
That's somebody that was self-made by another person who didn't do the homework.
That's a fact. That's a fact. No,
You know what I'm
he's
saying?
right. He's
So
right.
It's crazy. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
right.
And Jay be like, "Oh, why you entertaining this?" I'm like, "Jay, I just hate stupidity from adults." Y'all sitting up here defending it. Like,
man.
somebody wrote underneath it, you never seen Jordan do no shit like this. Like,
wow.
Da-da-da. So they go into that conversation behind videos like this. For one, Jordan wouldn't have to make a video like this to gain traction or make you believe that he did something he can't do.
That's a fact.
Could you imagine jumping from the free throw line being altered?
Oh God.
Like, so we just live in a different time or whatever.
That's
you know
a
what
fact.
I mean?
No,
So
he's right though. He's right.
we live in a different time, but I just think it's bad because you got kids watching that, and you had a lot of kids that believe it's real, so they probably went out and was shooting full court hook shots.
Yeah, they was doing
Word,
that.
they definitely was. Every park was probably filled like these kids trying it, man. For real, man. So last one on this list, man. Trae Young, man. Speaking about influencing kids, man. Trae Young refused to come off the bench upon returning from injury. Talk about it, 3.
So what was said was he was coming back over shoulder injury, and Nate McMillan gave him 2 choices. He was like, you could come to shoot around and go through the shoot around, because Trae was like, I'm gonna skip shoot around to kind of get some treatment on my shoulder.
These new niggas.
And Nate McMillan was on some, nah, you either gonna come to shoot around and go through shoot around, or
facts
show up and come off the bench.
Facts.
So Trae decided to not play that night. He just didn't want to play. And a lot of people was like, you know, they was kind of like 50-50 with it. They was mad at Trae. Some people was like Nate, but I respect Nate for standing 10 toes down, because that's what got the last coach fired.
That's a fact.
Lloyd Pierce.
Yeah,
he kind of thought that letting Trae run loose and run the locker room and shoot up all the balls, that was going to make him keep his job, because he had that relationship with the player, with the star player. But it got him fired. And Nate McMillan is from the old school.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Former supersonic defensive guy. He don't take no shit. So he's giving it up like, yo, nah, you gonna play, you coming to shoot around.
Facts.
Like, and him and Trae had a little back and forth. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Trae wasn't too defiant. He just got upset with the media asking him the same question over and over, because he's saying it was an in-house problem. But
that was the thing that was going on between them.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I respect me being that I'm in the position I'm in now, and I coach kids. I respect what Nate did by standing firm, because I think as a basketball player or any athlete, you can't coddle these guys, man. You know what I mean? Like, you got to demand the respect from them, and they got to respect you, because those are the guys that's going to go to war for you if they respect you. If they don't respect you, they're going to be like, man, fuck out of here. What you talking about?
Exactly. And that's exactly why I respect Nate for doing what he did, because you got to set a precedent, because once you lose the locker room, that's it. Ain't nobody listening to you after that. You know what I mean? Word, man. So, you know, we reached the part of our show, man. We're going to get into this hip-hop shot clock, man. You know what I'm saying? Got a couple questions for y'all, man. Should be some easy ones. Should be some layups. Or maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a little older, man, so I'll be catching things I think everybody else will catch. You know what I mean? So, got about 10 questions on the list today, man. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
All right, man. So, the first one is Mos Def, now known as Yasin Bey, made a cameo appearance in the 90s television series. Which show was it?
Damn, I remember, but I can't. I remember, but I don't remember.
Was it Rock?
Nah.
I definitely don't remember.
Damn.
Moesha?
Hell, ain't no Moesha. 90s. Well, was Moesha in the 90s?
Moesha was definitely in the 90s.
Yeah, Moesha was in the 90s, but this one was
he had a recurring role?
Early 90s. This was early.
A recurring role.
Nah, it could have been.
Or
it wasn't recurrent. It was a cameo. It was a cameo.
Oh, so I
cameo
definitely
appearance.
I definitely don't know.
Jay, you don't remember? You remember seeing him, right?
Yeah, I remember seeing him. I forgot.
Was
it
Shout
Fresh
out
Prince?
to Jessica Grandy. She said Living Single. No, it's not Fresh Prince. It's not Living Single. It is The Cosby Show.
Cosby. Yes,
I
that's
don't remember
right.
him on The Cosby Show.
Yeah,
I don't remember that episode.
Yeah, he was on The
So you gotta
Cosby
send
Show.
me that episode.
Yeah, he
I
was
don't
on The
even remember
Cosby
that.
Show. Yep. For those out there in TV land, you can Google that.
It was in a different world too. It was just
Nah,
Cosby
it
Show.
was The Cosby Show. It was definitely The Cosby Show. Mos Def made a cameo appearance in the 1992 series of The Cosby Show. It was in 92. Word. This 90s Brooklyn rapper also made an appearance on The Cosby Show in the 90s?
Who is
Special Ed.
Shout out to 3. You got that one.
Damn.
Word up. It was Special Ed. Shout out to 3, right? All right.
That was
This-
my episode. You know what I'm
That
saying?
was
So I'm like, Most Def. He talking about Special Ed. He ain't talking about no Most Def.
Yeah. Most definitely made an appearance, man. It was before Special Ed too, for real. So this former NBA player produced a song called Blunt Ashes for Nas.
I have no idea.
We spoke about it before.
It gotta be
Shaq.
Damian Lillard.
He's reaching right now.
Really?
Former NBA player, kid. He's a well-known producer in the music world.
He made the beat.
Produced a song called Blunt Ashes for Nas.
Damn, I forgot who produced.
He played for, let me see,
If you say the Bucks,
3. He played for
Played
about
for the Bucks?
4 NBA teams. Had his signature shoe and everything.
C Webb.
Shout out to 3.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
he
forgot
did.
about C-Webb.
Chris Webber produced
I just started
a
thinking
couple-
about who produced records.
Yeah, he
That's the only
produced-
reason I got it. I
yeah.
don't even remember the record.
Yeah, it's called Blunt Ashes. It's called Blunt Ashes. He produced about 2 or 3 joints for Nas. Word up, man. For real. KD played AAU basketball with this current hip-hop artist.
Davies.
Shout out to 3. Got that one, no problem, right? What was the name of Gangstar's debut album?
Oh, Gangstar.
So
Step into the arena. Was it that?
Hip hop. This is when you know you're a real hip hop head. You know what I'm saying? You remember when groups like Gangstar came out.
Was it that?
3 like don't ask
Mass
me.
Appeal?
Nigga. I wasn't listening to that shit. Let me see if anybody out
Hard to
there
earn?
tell you that. You on the right track,
I was
Jay.
listening to Gangstar.
And shout out
but
to Jessica. Jessica had that joint too, Chris Webber. Shout out to Jessica. Yes.
she
So-
Googled it.
She Googled that. So the answer to this question was the name of the debut album of Gangstar was called No More Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah.
Mr. Nice.
That's
Word up.
Jay put that in his verse.
A word?
No
Damn.
more Mr. Nice Guy. I spit because that was supposed to be the name of Brooklyn's Finest.
Oh,
Brooklyn's Finest originally was supposed to be called No More
yes.
Mr. Nice Guy.
I didn't know
But
that.
they changed it to Brooklyn's Finest.
Shout out to 3. I ain't know that. Word. I didn't know that. Let's go another one.
Hot like Cajun.
Word. You know, how did the whole work at the Days In with New York plates outside? Get up out of there. Fuck the ride. Word. So this one here is for real hip hop heads to dig, right? Most Def, Pharoah Monch, Talib Kweli, High Tech, and the Beat Miners were all signed to
Ruckus
this
Records.
Shout out to 3. I
Damn.
couldn't fool you on that one, baby. Word the mother. Steve Rifkin was the founder of this record label.
Loud.
That was a layup right there. What label was the Alcoholics, Mobb Deep, and MOP signed to?
Was that loud too?
Shout out to that. I couldn't
Yeah,
trick
yeah.
you. That was a trick question.
I thought you were bugging. I was about to say loud.
Yeah. Word up. All right. Got 2 more questions, right? Immobilarity was the second album released by this Wu-Tang Clan member.
Raekwon the Chef.
Shout out to Jay. I shouldn't even say Wu-Tang, right? Word up.
Now, as soon as you said Immobilarity, because that was a hot album. It came to me. I liked it.
What?
To me, I liked it.
After Cuban Links, that was nah.
You can't top Cuban Links.
Yeah,
though.
but that's the thing. You couldn't really like on the first joint. You put out a classic, so it's hard to really.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
a
what I mean?
it's a
It was
gift and a
hard-
curse.
It was hard to follow up. You know what
and
I
then
mean?
Ghostface didn't have
Sophomore
too many
chicks.
cameos in that one too.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That is a
So
fact.
so the fact that Nas was able to do it was written after Illmatic. It's like, wow.
Yeah,
Because
a lot of
that's
people
great.
were saying that it
You
was
know what I
written
mean?
was just as good, if not better.
Sonically, I think it was written. Sonically, it was written as my favorite Nas album at that time
Wow.
because I just think it sounded better. I think
Yeah.
I think if you put on Illmatic right now,
Uh-huh.
as dope as it sounds dated, but you could still play some of the records from It Was Written,
Mhm.
and it was still, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
somebody that wasn't from that era could be like, oh, this shit is, you know what I mean? But Illmatic, because the grungy beats,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it sounds kind of like, oh, this shit is from the 90s.
Yeah, yes, it does sound dated. Yeah.
So which one you like better though?
For me personally, it was written.
Yeah, it was written. A lot of people say that. A lot of people say that.
I don't see that though.
Nah,
man.
It was written was hard, Jay. You go back and listen to it now.
I gotta listen to it again.
Listen to it now. You'll be like, damn,
From
Silent Murder,
from
Black Girl Laws,
like shootouts.
Oh yeah.
Watch them niggas.
Yeah.
Nas is coming. Like, yo, the boy was in his bag, but he just was overshadowed at the time.
Who came out at the same time?
Jay.
Oh, Jay. Oh,
yeah, Reasonable Doubt. Reasonable Doubt came out in 96. So even though it wasn't really,
I don't think it was overshadowed.
It wasn't overshadowed.
I don't think it was overshadowed.
Everybody, it was the sophomore jinx that everybody was saying from Illmatic.
But it was written, did crazy after it did. The first week numbers was crazy.
Yeah, it went.
I think it went like Nas. Yeah, like Nas, he went triple platinum on that project. He was. That's what Sir said. He was a millionaire. He ain't never have to look back.
Facts. And that Lauryn Hill single,
"If I Rule the World," you know what I'm saying? Took him to another level.
Too,
so when you got joints like that, and then the B-sides is crazy as well. Like I just think that Illmatic was like just different because the time that it came out, and it ain't sound like nothing. And it was like the one of the first super producer albums where like you had multiple producers on it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Oh, you talking about
I'm talking about Illmatic.
Illmatic.
Because remember back then, guys was working with one guy or this guy. He had Q-Tip, Large Pro, Pete Rock, LES. You know what I mean? He had everybody.
So how could you say sonically, man? I mean,
because the
maybe
way
mastered,
because the bag that they was in, it was the grungy old New York sound. Like, because even from New York State of Mind, like when the beat dropped, like it sounds like you walking through the subway. It sounds like that shit when you
can smell the subway, right?
Yeah. All right. So the last question, man, before we go into the chopping block, man. This one should be a lab. I know, Jay, you're gonna get this immediately.
Come on, let's go.
Derek X was a member of this hip hop group.
Come on, don't do that, man.
I'm just saying, man.
Brand Nubians, man.
All the gods and earths out there.
Yeah, peace almighty.
Peace almighty. Word up. You ain't got to throw the music on it. It's Brand Nubians, man. So we gonna get into the chopping block, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a few joints today, man. I definitely dug a little bit. I had some time. I got some good ones, man. Hopefully I could stump you guys, man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully
I'm
I
on
can
it
stump
today.
you guys, man. Hopefully, man. So the first one here, this one is pretty chopped up, man. I wanted to go with the chops, but if you got a good ear, you can definitely hear it. So this is the first one on the menu today, man. Tell me what you think, man. Tell me which record this is.
It won't go out.
Cool.
Magic Stick?
Yeah. I knew. I ain't want to play that part
Try to
first.
skip it.
I wanted to play this part first.
Yeah, but they sped that up so fast, you won't get it until you get the dun, 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 dun.
Word.
That's it. Once you hear that,
and this is what they.
I thought it was that when I heard it first. I'm like, but once I heard that, I'm like, yeah, that's it.
Got the magic stick. I know if I could hit once, I could hit twice. I'll hit the baddest shit.
Yo,
sure they don't believe me.
That shit is crazy because he took just this part and just kept flipping it.
oh, I didn't see that. Yeah.
That little part.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, a lot of people, you gotta be able to hear it.
That little part.
You gotta be able to hear it.
You got to be able to hear it, but you can't. Like, you caught it because of that intro. So if I would have just played this part first,
I would have heard that.
You would have heard it.
Yeah, no, I knew, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't want to yell it out.
Nah, but
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for the
for real. All of that to get this.
Come with me tonight and I'll show you magic. What? Magic.
And shout out to Phantom of the Beats, man. The Shy Money XL for that one, man. Word up, man. That one was a tough one, man. For real, man. Word. They chopped the hell out of that. Word. This one here is a little. This one might. I don't know. Let me see, man. We going back to the 90s on this one, but check it out.
Burning Rubber on Me.
Somebody use that hip hop?
Yeah.
Somebody, it's an R&B. They got sampled more than once.
Well, a hip hop artist did use this. I'm gonna bring it back. Y'all missed it already.
It came in the beginning, but it got sampled more than just a rapper. I'm telling you.
Hold on, let's see. Hold on. We bring it back. Bring it back, right?
Oh yeah. Tupac.
Shout out to J.O.J. Jay,
Come on,
you got
man.
it, Jay. You got it, Jay. Shout
Come
out
on.
to Jay. Word up. What song though? There we
Damn,
go.
I had it. Nah, forget it.
Here we go.
One love, one nation.
Oh yeah. Against all odds, yeah.
Shit right here.
I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear it?
All the time, I hoping my true motherfuckers know this be the realest shit I ever wrote.
That's it right there.
Up in the studio,
Nah, I feel what you're
getting
saying,
blow
but it wasn't-
to the truest shit I ever spoke.
Word. So they definitely took it. What?
Yeah, I hear it, but that's not something I would have.
You didn't caught that?
Would have never got that shit.
Shout out to Jay, kid. Jay got them
Got my
DJ
ears on.
ears. You
Yeah.
got your ears on
I'm
today.
back,
Let
man.
me see if Jessica got that out there. Jessica, you ain't get that? Okay. Word up, man. Jessica be on it. You know what I'm saying? Word up. I'm surprised 3 ain't catch that one right there, man. Word up. It's another one, man. It's another night. I'm in my 90s bag today, man. Word up, man. Check this one out.
Salt and pepper?
Not shoot. It ain't salt and pepper.
Okay.
Jay got his ears on today. It's somebody else used it though. Oh my God. You still can't get it? Bree, you don't know either? You gonna kick yourself, man. You sure?
Hold on.
Wow.
Big Daddy Kane?
I hear it. I just can't remember the name of the record. It's a big record too. It's a big
It's a
single.
big record.
It's a big record. I just can't. I've done it. It's that drunk. It's not LL.
Damn.
It's a big record though. It's the bass line.
That's
It's
big.
not the
That's
what's
Big
the
Daddy
name. It's
Kane
the bass
too.
line.
It's the same
That.
thing. It ain't Big Daddy Kane though. It's not Big Daddy Kane.
Play the
He had to
record.
use that.
You're gonna kick yourself when you hear it.
I know already, man, because everybody. Brand new music.
Come on, this is a classic right here, Jay. This is a classic right here.
Hey, yo, stunt bust.
Step to the red, grandpa is on arrival. Raised in the ghetto, singing songs called survival.
Running around town, giving all the girls.
Come on, how you ain't get that, Jay?
Just like a cardiac. Figured the way to get paid is to grab the mic for personal.
Smooth as it makes, so honey, don't take it personal.
There's what I'm trying to diss this swinger. Baby, all you catch is 2 snaps up in the finger.
Yeah, they filtered the hell out of it though. They filtered that bass line. That was my joint right there, man. Word. That album was tough.
Yeah,
man.
that album.
For real. That album was tough, man, back then, man. For real. Sheesh, man. What else I got in the bag today, man? Hold on. Oh, man. Did I forget? Oh, man. Hold on. I got it somewhere else. Let me see. All right. Here we go. This one right here. This is the last one now. This one is chopped up, man. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the producer who did this one because he's
Still
definitely
gonna get it.
You gonna get it?
I'm
You
gonna
should. You should. All right, check it out.
I think I got it.
What is it, Jay?
Money.
Yo, Jay, I can't get past you today, Jay. Shout out to Jay. Hold on, kid. Word, Jay. Yo, chill.
Yeah, right there. Money.
Lloyd Banks cake.
I get my pieces of the cake.
You see, yo.
I
Yeah,
forgot
he
the name, so.
killed it. Then he took that part, then he chopped this part.
Money. Makes the wheel of life go round. I get my pieces
They
of
added
the
the cake.
The cake right there. Right? Cake, yeah.
You pick your crumbs up from the
Yo, come on, man.
Yeah,
You
he
gotta
killed
get this
that.
nigga his props, man. Shout out to producer 10.
I need the cake, nigga. The unit don't play. We rap, but we scrap. Yeah. Buck got the shotgun, 50 got the Mac. Spotter got the sweeper, honey. Down the head clap. You won't have another birthday after that. Cause J.O. got a temper and he don't know how to act. And I've been going to winter, but now a nigga back to get the. And you motherfuckers looking like steak. Food on the plate for the wolves. Follow rules, don't get moved by the tools. Blood will ooze when your shoes wait. Control your hate. You ain't riding in them sixes. Why? Cause you spending on them bitches. I need the bread, more.
Yo, man. I don't care what nobody say, man. Yo, Banks, if Banks get the right producer to get with him like how Hit Boy got with Nas,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. He come out with some heat like this again, because that record was tough.
Yeah, I like that.
For real.
That
record
Lloyd Banks
was
album,
tough.
that first one was hot too.
Yeah, the first Lloyd Banks album was good, man. A lot of people slept on that album, man, for real. But then when he started getting into Rotten Apple and all that, everything kind of went downhill, man. But if Banks get a producer that can kind of lock in with him, man, son, he'll be a problem. 3, what you think about that? 3, like, I don't know, kid. It might be over for Banks.
I mean, I heard something from Banks. He on a Yayo joint that's about to drop. Yayo got a new joint that's going to drop, and I heard him on something else that another artist, I'm not going to say the name, they got something coming. They got a Banks feature that's crazy. It's going to move the needle a little bit. I think so.
I hope so.
I think Banks been dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just all about what you rapping. Like Nas is showing dudes that if it's in you, and you get with the right producer and the synergy's going, you can just keep making music, man. It's about you got to show the evolution in your pen game, like because Nas ain't rapping. He's not rapping about what he was rapping about on Illmatic or It Was Written or God's Son. Like he talking about what's going on in his life, like for real. You know what I mean? And he's taking you back, revisiting some stuff that he went through. And I think that as an elder rapper, that's what you need to do. Like you need to show your fan base that grew up with you that you evolved. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that KD3 album is like, man, every day that shit is like aging like fine wine. Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, it's almost like I'm ready to put that shit in my top 2 Nas albums ever. You know what I'm saying? Word, like real talk. Like
he caught a lot of slack for a lot of people giving him a lot of slack for doing that record with 21 Savage though.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
but
last
that's not on the album though.
It's not on the album. I just think the only reason I didn't like it, like I like the record. I think it's a cool record. It could have been something for a 21 project that came on later down the line. Yeah. The only reason I don't like the record at this time is like the way KD3 is bubbling right now. Like, let's not take no light off of that to go do a 21 Savage record because he said some out of pocket shit.
Facts.
Like, we'll worry about that later. Because right now, every day is a new record off that album that I'm in love with.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it go from one day it's Beef, then it's Once a Man, Twice a Child, and then it's Michael and Quincy, and then it's Reminisce, and then it's like, and it's not really, it's like the production, but it's also a lot of the stuff that he's saying. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm like, damn, this dude shouldn't be sounding this fucking good this late in the game.
Facts.
But then again, why shouldn't he?
Facts. And I'm lying. I did have a couple more that I had on the chopping block today. I got one more. I got one more that I forgot about, man. And this one right here, man. This one you might get off the rip, man. This one is a layup, but I just gotta give props to this record. But this might be a layup. 3 gonna get this immediately.
How about Smallcore? We played this last week.
Did we?
Yeah,
did we play this last week? We did?
Yeah, we played that last week.
Oh shit. Yeah.
That riff was too easy.
Yeah, that riff was crazy. Word. For real, man. But yeah, man, that was it, man. But Nas aged like fine wine. You know what I mean? That album, like you said, it's that beef record. I had that on repeat all day today. Just like, damn, kid, he did it again. He did it with I Gave You Power. Then he did it with Last Days. I don't know if y'all remember Last Days. 3, you remember Last Days?
Wow.
Yeah. Well, on that,
it was the Nas joint where he do the comparisons.
Yeah.
Last Days was the joint where he was like, I'm a prison cell.
Yeah, I remember that.
The nigga's just different, man. He's a different individual, man. But that beef record is crazy. Man. So we come to the end of another show, man.
You got one before we go. You got
what's that?
Apache Incredible Bongo Band.
Oh, for sure. Apache Incredible Bongo Band. They a lot of people sampled Apache back in the days. Word up. Let me see. Apache Incredible Bongo Band. I think I got that record. I still got that record at the house. Matter of fact, I'm setting up my crib too, man. I'm starting to get back to it, Jay. For real,
get back to the beats.
Yeah, man. I gotta get back to it, man. Now I got more time on my hands, man. I'm starting to adapt to my new reality. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get back to it, man. For real. I'm about to get back to it, kid. I got some joints. I got a lot of joints that I was supposed to work on the samples. So I'm about to get into it. I'm gonna send TGI Fly a pack, man. I'm gonna try to be like a Hit Boy with TGI Fly.
What's this, Jay?
You know what this is? You know what this is, Jay?
Yeah, I know that.
Made You Look. You know that?
Yeah, hell yeah. A lot of people use that. Huh? So a few people use that.
Yeah. That was the crazy thing about break beats, and that's what a lot of producers don't today. They don't utilize the break beats as
Even
much.
the Shake What Your Mama Gave You, they
Facts.
sample that shit.
Yeah, hell yeah. Everybody like the same break beat will win today. All you need is a catchy melody and a dope ass break beat. Like, and shout out to my man Tom Hill. When I first started making beats, I never used to understand what he meant. Like, no, steals your drums. Like, yo, man, your drums, man, you gotta get your drums right. And then my uncle, he used to buy me records too. Like, yo, because he used to DJ back in the days. He's like, you need to get the break from this or the break from that. And I was like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? What break are you talking about? Then he'll show me. I'm like, oh shit, these same break beats, all of these producers recycle and use them to this day. It'd be the same 4 or 5 break beats that make a hit record today. You know what I'm saying? So break beats are very important, man.
Yeah.
Word up, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to producers, man. Shout out to the guys that make something out of nothing or something into something else, man. You know what I'm saying? For real, man. But we come to the end of another great show, man. Shout out to 3, man. You know, I had to get on 3 today because he was talking this Jason Tatum. So I say, yeah, I'm gonna get under his skin today with this one. He's like, yo, don't talk to me about those stats. I deal with facts.
Like I said, we're going to table it and keep going back. I'm telling you, son gonna get an MVP. He might get a title.
Well,
some might get a title before Luka in the finals.
It's looking like it. It's looking like it's going to happen.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's looking like it's going to happen.
We can't dictate where these players are at and what team they're on and how far. I don't judge players by rings. However, if you get there and you get one, it's like I gotta give you your props and I gotta elevate you. You know what I'm saying? So I think at this time, to me, I think Jason Tatum is showing that he's one of, he's cracking that barrier with like you got to mention him with the best players in the league, without a doubt.
Brown looking crazy too.
Nah, he's on a mission. He's on a mission. He's definitely on a mission.
I think Brown, Jaylen Brown is playing a Pippen role.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Word up, man.
They got a well-oiled machine over there, but Tatum is different. Like he got that. To me, he got that Kobe T Mac bag.
Yeah, you see last year he dialed into his Kobe bag. You know what I'm saying? Like he had he tried to remake the poster of Kobe. Like
but the year before that, he was trying to be too much like Kobe. He was trying to play with his back to the basket a little bit too much, which Kobe mastered, and he didn't master that at that point. So he was taking like difficult triple pump fake fall away jumpers and all that. All that shit that Kobe was skillful at, that he just did just to do. I don't think that's who Tatum is, but now he's showing you the glimpse of a little bit of Kobe, a little bit of T-Mac, because T-Mac was like the smooth facilitator scoring forward, and Kobe was just the isolation killer.
That's a fact.
So I think he kind of mixed his bag up, and I think that's what we're seeing right now, because he be working these boys out, and it don't even look like he be going full speed, and he get into his spots, just raising up.
His confidence level is different.
And like I said, if somebody told me that they would take Luka over him, I get it. Luka is 6'8", point forward, point guard, whatever you want to label him. You see the whole floor. He has tremendous skill, ability, IQ. I'm just looking at it from a point where, like, this guy, most guys that are the best players or the teams that win, it's an elite wing player on that team. Like, we could go down the line. Like, it's an elite wing player. Whether it's Jordan, Kawhi, you know what I mean? The list goes on and on. Wade, LeBron, KD. It's like one of those guys that's just an elite wing player, and I think Tatum fits that mold.
But you saying, remember, Luka is really 6'8".
No,
I
know that. So I mean, and this is what I'm saying. When he's 6'8" and he's that guy, and you play him at the point, and most of his damage comes in a half court set, it kind of like bogs down, and it's easy to prepare for that in the postseason because it's a half court game. Luka is not really a transition player. They'll have transition, and this motherfucker will just walk it up because he know he could go get whatever he wants by walking it up. But sometimes we got to run just to get an easy one.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's like where Tatum is going to get his in transition. He going to get it in the half court. He going to get it. So I'm not saying like it's not a bad debate on who. It's about preference. What do you like? You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be something to watch. But I think that those guys are the new faces of the league, and that was me that was talking on the Nick show where it's like, yo, you got these guys on their way out, the LeBrons of the world, the Hardens, the KDs, and then you got to start looking at these new guys, the Lukas, the Jason Tatums, and those guys, Ja Morants. These are the next wave of superstars where these guys are on the back end.
Yeah, word up, man.
These guys are on
I
the
think
back
Ja
end.
gonna be that.
Ja gonna be that next dude.
He gonna be in the forefront. He already is.
Yeah, Ja is that dude.
Trey Young, we won't forget about him.
Yes, indeed, man.
Lakers,
man. For real. The Lakers, they done, man.
I'm talking about Trey Young going over there.
No, hell no. Oh. Yeah, he's staying.
I think he's staying there I think he's gonna be unless they trade him.
Yeah,
I don't see them moving because when the last time the Hawks had a star, Neek.
Yeah, Dominique, Dominique, for real.
You know what I'm saying? And the way it's set up now, he can cash out over
there. We can't disrespect Steve Smith though. When Steve Smith was in Atlanta, they had some decent teams. Yo, on that note, man, Steel's the great 3D and DJ JOJ, man. We on the Rcast, man, every Friday, 8 to 10. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Don't forget the new year, man. New brand, new things. New everything, man. You know what I'm saying? 3, tell them before we get out of here, man, about the new show coming, man.
Man, we got it coming for y'all, man. No off season. We're gonna bring that unfiltered, like real debate, real everything. Like we gonna touch on everything that's going on currently.
Facts.
Don't stream that new R. Kelly project, by the way.
Never that, man. Word up, man. For real, man. So on that note, man, Jay, I don't know if you want to take us out of here with something with a peace almighty, man. You got one today, man?
I ain't got one today.
You ain't got one today, man. Friday, Sunday, we definitely gonna have one, man. So on that note, man, Steel's the great 3D, DJ JOJ. We are signing off. Peace.
He dropped the album?